Hey guys, what's happening? Pete Mundo with you on HeartlandCollegeSports.com. It's time for our 2-minute previews as we get it going with TCU and Texas Tech. Let's get it going right here on Heartland College Sports' YouTube page. All right, this game more than meets the eye because TCU is playing for a potential spot in the Big 12 championship game. They're not going to the college football playoff. I hate to break it to you TCU fans, but it's not happening. And then you've got Texas Tech, Cliff Kingsbury potentially fighting to save his job. Now, if they make a bowl game, they'd have to win one of these next two games against TCU or Texas Tech, or Texas. So it's a very interesting matchup from that standpoint because Kingsbury, he loses these next two, he very well could be out of a job. Now, the other interesting angle on this is Kenny Hill may not play, the TCU starting quarterback. We could see true freshman Sean Robinson out of DeSoto, Texas, getting a lot of playing time. And that would be a 4-star guy, highly regarded, but you throw him into a big spot like this, and it could be pretty dangerous. Now, Oklahoma State fans are rooting big time for Texas Tech. There's no doubt about that. Because if TCU loses one of its next two games, Oklahoma State wins out, beats the two Kansas schools, then it's a rematch of Bedlam in the Big 12 title game. This game in particular, though, here's why the Kenny Hill factor is not enormous to me. First off, he's not Baker Mayfield. He's not Mason Rudolph. He's not Will Grier. He has not been asked to throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns every game. It's been this running attack, which is missing Darius Anderson for TCU. He's out for the rest of the regular season. But Kyle Hicks is a guy who ran for 1,000 yards last year, can carry the load. He'll be fine. He ran 5.1 yards per carry last season. He's averaging 5.1 yards per carry this season. He's just getting less production. So the TCU running game is still going to have its way against a Texas Tech run defense that is improved from last season, but still not all that good. So I don't see that being much of an issue. Now, the secondary for TCU is really good. Nick Shimonek's solid, but he's had, his ups and downs here over the second half of the season. So for that reason alone, and Texas Tech is not going to be able to run the ball against TCU. No one can, and Texas Tech is going to have no chance. So that's going to give this secondary some opportunities to make some plays, potentially some interceptions. My final, TCU 34, Texas Tech 28 in Lubbock, 11 a.m. kickoff on Saturday morning.